to my YouTube channel. I told you I'll be back with another sit down video and I did not disappoint. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in because today we're going to talk about, and of course I got my little notes right here. So if you see me looking down, that's what that is. Today we're going to talk about breaking down the notion of hard work and why we feel so bound to that language and that way of describing the way that we get things done, because hard work or working hard isn't the goal necessarily. Working effectively and efficiently and getting the things done that you want to get done is ultimately the goal. So in today's video, that's what we're going to talk about. This video is going to be broken down into sections like the last one, and the first section that we're going to get to is the myth of hard work and tackling this whole hustle culture mindset. Now, if y'all have been on the internet long enough, if y'all remember the Gary Vee days, the days of work hard, play hard, never sleep, never eat, stay on the grind, that language has been so digested into society, and that's the way that most people feel like they have to be in order to be successful. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the truth. Working hard and working effectively are not the same things, and we're going to dive into that. Talk about your efficiency. Think about your to-do list and the things that it is that you want to get done. Is working 50, 60, 70 hours a week getting you any closer to those goals, or getting you any closer to checking the things off of your to-do list that you desire to check off? If the answer is no, then I'm here to tell you that hard work isn't the problem, it's your processes. And having efficient and effective processes are ultimately what's going to be the difference between you meeting your goals or you staying in the cycle of this hustle culture mindset that leaves you with little peace, tons of stress, and a lot of esteem issues, because now your self-esteem is being tied to quote unquote how hard you're working. And when you're seeing that hard work isn't fruitful and it's not getting you any closer to your goals, then you're gonna sink deeper and deeper into this cycle that's unhealthy for you. So let's talk about what it means to actually be efficient. We hear the term efficiency being thrown all the way around. You know, we know that it's a good way to be. We hear that it's what we should be striving for. But what does efficiency actually mean? I'm going to read you the literal Google definition of efficiency. And being efficient means achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. That is what we're going for, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it is that we're trying to achieve. Working hard won't necessarily help you have a higher output. Let's think about it this way. Let's think about a company and do a scenario like that. You have an employee at your company who is clocking in under 40 hours a week every week. Okay, you're managing how many hours they're working, but you see that they're working across departments, their to-do list is getting done, they're never late turning in projects, they're always on top of things, they're always asking for other ways that they can help around the office. Their output is extremely high. You're paying them their salary and you don't have to pay any overtime. You don't have to worry about figuring out a way to compensate them additionally because they're making the most out of their time and they're being a stellar employee. We could talk about how people be doing too much. And, you know, we can talk about being compensated for all your tasks. We'll get into that in another video. But let's just say you have an employee who's doing their thing. They're rocking it. They're meeting your needs as an employer every week and they're doing great. And let's go to employee B. Employee B is telling you about how they're constantly stressed out, how they are working over 40 hours a week, even 50 and 60 hours a week. But you look at the output and there's not a lot of things being accomplished. One employee is working more efficiently than the other. One employee is a more effective employee than the other one. And why is that? Why is it that employee B is clocking so many hours but getting a lot less done? Because employee B has a flow of work that is not streamlined, that is not maximizing productivity, and they are spending a lot of times in the effort and in the weeds of things and not actually executing and getting things done. So this is where we need to go back and focus on the notion of hard work. What is the mindset around these employees? Does one employee believe that working hard is the way to go, and does the other employee think working smart is the way to go? These are ways that we can kind of analyze the situation and see what output is better. Efficient workflows mean more peace, mean more time in your workday, mean less stress and less effort. So figuring out a way to make your workflow more efficient is really important, and that's what we should always be focused on. Don't get caught up in believing that you need to be working extra hard and struggling and working your fingers to the bone in order to earn your keep. The ultimate way that you want to work is a way that helps you maintain the highest level of peace with the the minimum amount of output. And there's many ways that you can achieve this. So let's talk about some of the signs that you are working inefficiently. Are you overstressed? Do you feel a lot of anxiety through your workday? Do you feel like your tasks are just piling up higher and higher, and the more work that you do, the less you're actually feeling like you're able to get things done? Do you feel like there's not enough time in your day? There's no balance, that you're constantly just working, hoping for the best, and those outcomes just aren't coming? Then that's just a sign that you're working inefficiently. And that is what ultimately leads you to burnout. That is what ultimately makes it even more difficult to reach your goals. You'll get even further from your path to success, and it makes your life harder. The key to working smart is about setting clear goals, prioritizing your task. Task blocking has been amazing for me. That's what I use. I have a little bit of ADHD, y'all. I definitely got the ADHD gene floating around in my brain, and sometimes tasks can be super daunting and it can be scary, and you can know that you need to get something done, but you spend so much time of your day stressing about the task that you never start the task, and then you wake up the next day disappointed in yourself, feeling like you let yourself down because you weren't able to get done what you set out to achieve that day. So just figuring out a method that works best for you. If you're somebody like me, and sometimes, like I said, you get kind of anxious about the idea of starting a task, plan your day ahead of time. I use Google Calendar, and Google Calendar is like my Jesus. It has changed my life because I will task block things out for a specific amount of time, and I'll plan my whole week out. I'll have a couple of days a week where I'm sitting down completely focused, and I'm just doing these tasks like scripting a YouTube video, like doing outreach, following up to emails, sending proposals, just actively working, and I'll schedule a whole day like that. And then the following day, I'll schedule a day where I'm doing content, where I'm filming, where I'm doing TikToks, where I'm going in person and doing meetups and meeting people and networking, and creating a system in which it flows and it's easy for you to follow. You'll realize that you can get so much more done. And looking at your calendar, you'll see it's not taking you nearly as much time as you think it's going to take you. Don't focus on how much time you want to put into something. Don't say, I want to put in 50 hours this week. I'm going to grind. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to work myself to the bone this week. That ultimately is not the goal. And you have to really go and examine yourself and kind of understand, why do you feel like that's the goal? Why do you feel like it's necessary to feel like you're killing yourself for your business or for your employer? That's never the goal, and that's never what you should be going towards or trying to achieve. You should be trying to achieve simply getting the things done that you need done. You don't need to feel like you're killing yourself or you're overexerting yourself to do it. Productivity and output is ultimately the goal, not how hard you work towards it. If you can get your stuff done easily and peacefully, hey, you're still just as hard of a worker as everybody else. Remember that this is all a balancing act, and balance is ultimately the goal here. You want to still have time to do the things that you love. You want to still have time to spend time with your family and your friends and your husband, your wife, your partner, whoever it is. You want to still be able to make time for the things in your life that matters. And burning the midnight oil may sound exciting, and it may be some nights where you really do have to work hard and you do have to grind to get certain things done, but don't make grinding the lifestyle. Don't make being in the constant state of grinding and hustling your goal, because that's not the goal. The goal is to be able to enjoy your life and have the liquid funds and have the financial freedom in order to do so. That's what we're living our life for. We are not living to work. And that's really the mindset that I want to challenge. You are not put on this earth to work. You are put on this earth to enjoy your life. And working is a microcosm of that, right? Working is something that we have to do. And some of us love to work. I love to work. I'm a girl boss queen. I love to work. But at the same time, it's not the whole reason why I'm alive. And it's just something that we're going to use to fuel and fund our lives. Find things outside of working, outside of hustling, that bring you joy, and use your hustle as a means to make more time for those things. So there we go, folks. I hope you've taken something away from this video. I hope it's allowed you to really open up your mind and challenge your mindset and really confront the reason why you feel like you need to work hard in order to be a productive citizen in this society. If you have a business and you feel like you're caught in the weeds of your business every single day, if you feel like there's no way for you to have a more streamlined process or no way for you to ever become efficient enough to enjoy your life outside of working, then please reach out to me, y'all. I'm an operations consultant. My entire job is to help you create more space in your day and more profit in your business so that you can enjoy the things in your life that matter the most to you, and so that you can have a successful, flourishing business that profits are not being eaten up due to inefficiencies, due to all of these things that take up time and manual labor and funds and all of that stuff. So if you want to dive in more of that, I do free strategy calls Monday through Friday. Please click the link in the description and we can schedule one. I'm excited to talk to you, and I will see you all next week.